Hello Aquarius, this is your only reading. It will be the full Celtic cross. And I'm asking for new energies and hopefully positive energies for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Some of you feel like you're carrying a heavy burden. I tried to get flipped a little. As you know, this will not resonate with everyone, but I hope to reach the majority. I always start with like a birthday month now. So the first reading I gave was for Leo, and I always will start with the birthday month, but I'm going to start drawing all the others out of a hat. That way, you know, the universe picks who goes next after the first one. Just thought I'd put that out there and mention it. See what's going on as an income and energy. I did see that 10 of Wands, okay? That's like a heavy burden for somebody. Somebody's feeling like they're carrying too much, or maybe you actually are. You're going for your independence and gain. Maybe you're taking on something new. I think it's going to be something you want, though, with the 9 of Pentacles there attached to this too, because this is gain coming in. But you have to really work for it, or you'd be willing to work for it. You know, go that extra mile. And at the end of this, I will be giving a love reading also. You know, the pick a pile love reading. I will be giving everybody, you know, a short reading of love, because sometimes the main energy isn't always about love. Sometimes it is, and you get a double, you know, reading. But the subject at hand is that adjustments need to be made, and maybe you're having trouble making the adjustments in your world to get that gain, and that's why you're thinking it's a burden. Something's kind of getting in the way, and it's, you know, stress, maybe staying up late at night, not being able to sleep, not getting enough sleep. That's what's going on. Because you're really, really going for something. Yeah, what's crowning you, I don't think it's your goal, it's what's crowning you, is worry. You're worried, and it's keeping you up at night. You're thinking about it right before you go to bed. You wake up worried, so you need to make adjustments in that area. The foundation, the Ace of Swords, sometimes that's injustice. It's, you know, an injustice. That's the justice usually in reverse, but I also see that with the Ace of Swords in reverse, where someone is feeling like they can't speak their truth. They can't really take up for themselves. A lot of times they have to hold back, and maybe causing you a lot of problems. And I will clarify that. I'm going to find out why you have that 9 of Swords energy also. In the past, you were trying to come out of disappointment, maybe over loved ones. It's an emotional nature, and you're trying to pull yourself out of something, but it's still, you're going through the motions, Aquarius. In the very near future, you take on something solid. Could have to do with relationships, employment, becoming more strong in society. It's the Hierophant. For some of you, they go to someone that may help you out, teach you something sometimes, but not always. I find it as more like contracts, conformity, doing what society wants you to do, and prospering in it, you know. Sometimes a marriage, if you have like the Justice card and you have the marriage card and love card, sometimes it has to do with, you know, serious relationships. Possible future outcome and advice from the universe is making a decision where you want to go. You got a decision here where you can stay where you're at and be comfortable, or be comfortable in this, which I don't think you will be, or make a decision to move passionately forward. What is coming towards you? So someone took a break. Someone needed to take a break. Someone you were dealing with. It also could be that you need to rest up more with the 4 of Swords. I will find out more. Your hopes and fears is possibly you is just getting by in life, trying to be yourself, trying to regain your world again with the Prince of Swords. The Prince of Swords can be male or female, by the way. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or this is also someone you're dealing with as an air sign, you know, not just you. In the end, you get control. You take back control. Yes, you feel like things are a little amok and you can't get what you're wanting and everything seems like an uphill battle, but something comes along that makes it more stable. We're going to find out what that is. And also, you get the Emperor at the end. It could be an Aries, but I do see as someone gaining control where things become more stable again. But let's see what's going on, because I do see, like I said, as a current environment, you're going through quite a bit. Having sleepless nights, maybe you're, you know, when you go to bed at night, all you do is think about troubles and how to make adjustments. But I do see it working itself out. But let's find out, like I said, what's going on. I also want to know what the Emperor's all about. So we got the adjustment in reverse, you know, trying to make adjustments and having trouble doing so with the Nine of Swords crossing it. So yeah, that was upright. The Priestess is about trying to hone into your intuition, trying to figure out if something you need to do is right. Are you making the right decisions? You second guess yourself. And I need another card for that. And you are going to get growth, okay? And you're worried about whether you're going to get growth, but it's there. The card is there. It's a major arcana. It's almost like it's almost etched in stone if you go with it, you know? What is crowning you, or the goal, is the Five of Pentacles, worry, feeling like you don't have enough. I do see like you need to break free of that, and I do believe you will, but it's going to take a little bit longer, maybe another week or so. I need 2 cards for the Five of Pentacles. 2 cards, please. Princess of Cups. Maybe you're worried over the Princess of Cups, and you're trying to come out of disappointment with the Princess of Cups. Could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or someone that's really kind of dreamy and poetic and artsy in some way. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, Aquarius. I got interrupted. I had to answer the door. Somebody was knocking at the door or calling me to answer the door. But let's go back to the foundation. You got the Ace of Swords. It's like you can't speak your truth. It's like, you're being held back for some reason. There's that Four of Pentacles, definitely held back. Could have to do with money and finances with the Four of Pentacles. I need another card. So you feel like everything's holding you back right now. And there's that decision card. You need to make a decision where you want to go, Aquarius. This is what it's all about. You want to stay in this, worry and not having enough, or do you want to go forward? I do see like sort of like a contract. Like I said, I'll get to that in a minute. I want to see what you're disappointed in. That way we know it resonates more. So the Five of Cups in reverse. 2 cards, please, for Aquarius. You see you moving on. You're having trouble. You're wanting to move on from troubled waters. So that's you, Knight of Swords. Something really got under your skin. Something kind of hurt you in some way, in emotional nature. Hurt your feelings. It really did. And now you're trying to move on from that, even though you're going through the motions still. In the very near future is a Hierophant. Let's find out what's that about, because I told you it's all kind of things. It really is. I can tell you feelings, but I'll be here all day because I'm dealing with a lot of Aquarius people. But the Hierophant in the upright, I need 2 cards, please. Why you are in the near future. What is this all about? You're gonna come out of, you're gonna go towards something more solid. You're gonna run into somebody that's gonna give you really good advice, and you're gonna take it and you're gonna prosper over it. They're gonna tell you about your choice or your direction you should be taking to come out of that Ten of Swords, that ruined feeling. And they're going to let you know, don't accept anything that is not worth your while. Because that's the Seven of Cups in reverse. Don't accept anything that will cause betrayal situations. Go for things that are long-term and stable, which will present itself. It will also, something come along that will bring you out of that kind of yuck stage, But like I said, there's a decision that needs to be made. You got this card twice. It's really relevant. So the Two of Wands, it's a Mars card, and a lot of that Mars energy out here lately, it's getting where people are kind of arguing and feeling bad and feeling, anxious in some way. So I need 2 cards for the Two of Wands for Aquarius. Possible future outcome, advice from the universe. Yeah, you got to make a decision. Yeah, there is hope if you make a decision. You can either take that Temperance that's in reverse, which is unbalanced, or go towards hope, because there is hope. You just got to keep on pushing forward. That's the key, is keep on pushing forward. Don't fall back into this mode where you feel less motivated, where you feel worried all the time. Do some meditation. Try to get some sleep. Sleep, I see you definitely needing it, or a break. The outside environment, and this could be also what is causing your anxiety and the things that are causing you to worry, is the Four of Swords. Maybe something in the outside took a break. It could be love, it could be relationships, but it also could be jobs and finances, and the things you want in life kind of went to a halt, like it did for a lot of people. I'm seeing that in a lot of the readings, but it's a little different for everybody. So the Four of Swords in the upright coming towards Aquarius. I need 2 cards, please. See what it's about. Yeah, some came to an end on the outside where you had to take a break. Could have to do with partnerships or love. Like someone maybe have took a break from you. But like I said, this doesn't have to be relationships. I will give the love reading in just a few minutes. But I'm seeing this as something took a break that ended. They said, I got to take a break. You know, that's the outside that's causing all this. Your hopes and fears, you're trying to regain your equilibrium yourself. You're trying to remain balanced. So the Prince of Swords, which is your energy, it could also be, like I said, another air sign. I need 2 cards, please, in the hopes and fears. I do believe you are hoping for this. 2 cards, please. Yeah, you kind of went within, and you don't like going within. Had to do with the Prince of Cups. Maybe you're thinking about the Prince of Cups. The Prince of Cups can be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or some other emotional nature. Like I said, dreamy and all that other stuff. Remember, these cards can be male or female. It doesn't have to be, you know, it's masculine, feminine type energy. And I do see you thinking about this person or situation intensely. And you'd be hoping that they're thinking of you too. And maybe they are. But something became disruptive. You need to make a decision, like I said, where you want to go. You don't want to stay in this rut. You want to go forward. In the end, you get a lot of control. You take control. The Emperor rules well. Okay? They rule it all. They get it all. So the Emperor in the upright, it's another Mars card. You know, take on your power, Aquarius. For some of you, could be dealing with the Aries, but I need 2 cards, please, for the Emperor. Yeah, taking control over money situations, Prince of Disc. Yeah, taking on stability again when it comes to your overall wealth. I did see you, like I said, wanting to take on something that's going to bring you out of this. It's going to take a lot of work because you're such in a rut. You got to change your mindset. That's what it's saying. And once you do, you will regain control over money situations and regain stability. For a few of you, you'll be dealing with a Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. In the end, you got that 3 of Cups. Be careful of celebrating too much, over-celebrating, overindulging, or dealing with people that are overindulging. It doesn't mean that you won't be happy and celebrating and get abundance. It means that you'd be overdoing it a little bit in the end here. But I do see you regaining control. Maybe that you're going to regain control over, you know, overindulging or dealing with people who are overindulging. And I'm going to give you your love reading. I see you coming out of a rut, but you got to make a decision whether to do so. Some of you not. Some of you feel stuck. But the thing is, meditate, realize that there is a better outcome for you and there is hope as long as you make a decision, and you will get more power in the end. Let me give you a love reading. I'll be right back. Let me clean this up. Hello, Aquarius. This is your love reading. You know, so pick a path, pick an energy, pick a pile. Be one of 3 you can choose from, but I bring them all together for secondary energies anyway. But this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, starting 20 about love. They want to know about love. We do know you can regain control over a messed up situation. I need 3 cards from the Angel Love cards for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. See what's going on here. Angel Answers, different deck. But basically, it gives more clarification on love. The angels, you know, we ask the angels about love for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Star 20. Pick a path, energy, pick a pile. 3 cards, please. See what we got going on here. And I want to pick a card from the 8th House Tarot. The House of Secrets, the House of Sexuality for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for 20. New energies, positive energies for Aquarius, hopefully. Tell us a little bit more. Like I said, you could pick a pile or an energy, but I bring them all together in the end anyway for secondary energies. It's just the way I read. I always see, you know, other things when I bring them all together as a whole. Let's see. First section, religious factors and belief systems. Your love life is influenced about, you know, your belief system. I think when you come together with someone that's on your own spiritual path, the same way you are, you get along better and you feel better with this. And maybe this is what you're looking for. But that may not always be true, okay? It's what you're looking for, but the person you're dealing with or the person you will be dealing with will not have the same belief system as you. This person that you'll be dealing with in the future as a love situation may be a fire or earth sign. They will be younger than you, and they will be very passionate. They are not going to be like you, though. So it's up to you if you want to accept them or not, because I do see it where for some of you it may be important, or it may be important to them. It could be vice versa. But they will be different from you in your belief systems. This is for you to retreat right now. I did see that Hermit card in the last reading. Until a new opportunity will come. So retreat and wait for the opportunity of love. It will come in, but don't force it. Sometimes people, when they're going through the motions or breakups or feeling upset, they kind of push relationships before they're ready, and then it's just not going through rebounds. So yeah, 6 of Fire, you will get a victory. You will get a victory. Retreat first. Then the opportunity will come for love, and you will gain a victory. But let it happen on its own time. Don't push it. Don't force it. Okay? It will come in. You will be meeting someone you're going to be playful with. You're going to flirt with. You're going to enjoy your life with them. You're going to think they're a lot of fun. And I'm thinking their compromise needs to be made, though. Because, like I said, I can't bring them all together yet. They're going to be different from you. Okay? So compromise, because they want to have fun in a different way. Maybe you don't know how to take them, and vice versa. You don't know how to take you. So the key here is when you're dealing with somebody that you will enjoy your life with and know them, is to compromise. They want to go do something, and you may be a little fearful of it, or vice versa. Realize you got to come together on these terms. Okay, 4 of Water. Yeah, they're going to offer you something, not really offer you something, or want to do things that you may not want to do right away, you are unsure of, and vice versa. But it says, instead of rejecting what they want to do, it says to compromise. That has a lot to do with a 4 cups. Someone is going, here, let's go do this. And you're going, I don't know if I want to do that. That looks boring. That's not what I want. Things like that. It's saying to compromise, because you will enjoy yourself if you do. You really will have fun, even though you don't think so. Bringing these all together, you're going to be dealing with someone that's not like you in the belief system. Even though you feel that it's important for some of you, or they feel it's important, it doesn't always work that way. Sometimes opposites attract. This person could be a Page of Fire, earth energy in their chart. Very passionate person, really high energy often, and a little bit younger. They're young at heart maybe. It does say to retreat. Don't push issues with them. Don't push relationships right now. Just have a little fun. And the opportunity will come along where you feel in love, where you'll want to be in love. But don't push it because you may scare people off. I do see you getting success in a situation if you don't force it. Don't force love. Let it come to you. It will happen. And realize that there needs to be compromise. This person's going to be different from you, and you may not like what they want to do all the time, but it says to compromise. So this is what love is about, compromise. It can't be all what one person wants to do. Okay? So even if you don't like what they're going to offer somebody, you may actually find out later on you had a lot of fun. Okay? So don't reject everything. And also, like I said, don't push it. Don't be extreme. Don't take out past relationships on them. And, don't be pushing stuff. Retreat. Let it unfold naturally. And, you'll grow from that. And you will get success from that. And you're going to be dealing, like I said, someone with very passionate energy, like male or female, like I said. High energy, very passionate, a lot of fun if you allow them to have fun with you. Okay, this is your reading. I'm going to let this go, Aquarius, and I will talk to you later, okay? Bye.